Hi guys, it's Chris at Cork and Crown, back in my cider shed with some more cider to try. And tonight what I'm going to enjoy is a pint. I'm going to have a lovely pint in my shed. But it's not a usual pint. It's not a pint of bitter, or a pint of lager, or a pint of pale ale. It's a very different pint indeed. And it's something of a rarity. And I will show you what it is. It's from Somerset. It is from the Newt in Somerset. And it is The Winston. The Winston. So champagne method cider, named The Winston after Winston Churchill, because apparently he used to drink champagne by the pint. So the story goes, don't know if it's true, maybe it's a fib, who knows. But this is in a 568ml bottle, which is a pint. So there you go. And look at that packaging. Quite fancy. No, what does it say on the back of this packaging? The Winston Sparkling Cider with a Y. An imperial pint is an ideal size for a man like me. It's enough for 2 at lunch and 1 at dinner. It pleases everyone, even the producer. Now I assume that's a Winston Churchill quote. I'm not sure. This is a traditional method, so champagne. 2018, 11.5%, 568ml. Contains sulfites, and that's all it says on the box. So we get it out of the box, this very pretty box, and try it. Yes, please, Chris. All right. I will. So it's a very beautiful box. Inside as well, very arts and craftsy kind of thing. That's very nice, isn't it? So, is there anything else on the bottle? No. Basically, it replicates what's on the box. Disgorged on 09/21, so September 21. So champagne method. So you make a base cider. You then dose it with some more sugar and possibly some more yeast. Champagne yeast. I imagine that's what they're going to do. And then it ferments again. And then you riddle it, disgorge it, so freeze the neck, disgorge it, top it up again. I believe they use ice cider to top it up to give it some sweetness. And there you have it. You put the cork in. Basically, that's it. That's how you make this stuff. It takes a long time. Hence the 2018 vintage. So 3 years since these apples were picked. Don't know what the varietals are. It doesn't say. But there you go. That's a pint of champagne. And I'm going to... No, it's not. It's a pint of traditional method champagne, let's say, just to stay legal. And I'm wondering if I'm the only person in the world who's going to enjoy it in his shed. I can't imagine that many other people will. It ain't the cheapest, but it's champagne method. So what do you expect? So let's open this mofo and give it a taste. Now, will it explode all over me? I hope not, because I've only got a pint. Let's get this off the top. So this won 96 points at the International Wine Challenge, which is a pretty phenomenal score. And makes it, well, highly anticipated by me, basically. Let's take the cork out and pour it out. It is a beautiful looking bottle, isn't it? It is a gorgeous looking thing. Hefty as well, but it would have to be the champagne method because of the pressure inside. Pop. Ooh, yeah, it is smoking gun, but I didn't show you because I wanted to make sure they all went into the glass. So there we go. Amazing mousse, as one would expect. Quite light in colour, but certainly dark for, you know, it's certainly not a champagne. And the colour on that, where's my thingamajig? It's behind the arts and crafts box. So there you go. It has got some gold, but it's got a little bit of amber to it as well, hasn't it? Look at all those fine bubbles, that amazing mousse. Yeah. So let's see what all this is about. How lucky am I? Sitting in my shed, drinking champagne method cider. Delicate nose. Delicate nose. The first thing I get is almost like a tropical element, I want to say. Hints of yeast, which one would expect, because it would sit on the yeast and autolysize. That's one of the things that, you know, that's one of the benefits of doing the champagne method. You get the autolysis, it'll give you like a yeasty, almost bready smell. And this has it very subtly, I think. Hints of like deep apple character, but really gentle, like the sweated apple character I talk about. So like, not if you just cut an apple open and smell it, but certainly not a dessert apple, but like apples that have been sitting in the shed or sitting somewhere sweating, you know, for a period of time. That's the sort of smell I'm talking about, which makes me think of autumn, because that's when it happens predominantly, but it always makes you think of autumn. So I'll often say it smells autumnal, but that's why. I think there's a hint, the merest hint of like a tropical thing, and I'm not quite sure what. Yeah, some sort of tropical fruit element. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure. But let's try it. Solid astringency. Proper, soft tannin on the front. Nice. It's got some sweetness in this, but if they've topped it up with ice cider when they've bottled it, that would make total sense. Because that ice cider is going to be sweet and intense, and that's what you want from an ice cider. You freeze them so to extract as much juice as possible and leave as much water behind as possible. Give you really thick, viscous, sweet juice. So it's got that. So this is sweet. So this is not. I mean, I thought it said it was brut. I don't think this isn't brut. It ain't brut. However, I maybe got hints of lemon there as well. Got a hint of citrus. There's something. It's like passion fruit, something like that. I think it might be kiwi, passion, something like that. It's something like that. I'm getting off the nose. I really am. It's quite rich. It's quite intense. Bubbles are fine. Wow. It's only a pint, but it's a real sipper because what's there is intense in flavour. I want to have this with some goat's cheese, some fresh goat's cheese, something which is, lactic. It's got acidity. It's got salt to go with the sweetness in this. Or yeah, actually that's what I want. I want something goat's cheese, something with a little bit of age in it, so it's not super fresh. Developed a little bit of character, maybe some nuttiness. But that'd be solid with this. Okay, this is a pretty intense wine, but it's wine. But it is a wine. Cider is a wine. It's made from fruit. It is a wine. Ugh, I keep feeling like I have to correct myself when I say it, but I don't, because it is a wine. It's a fruit wine. Really intense, really rich. It's a sipper for sure. If you like brut, like proper dry, this ain't it. It's actually got more residual sweetness in it than I thought, and I have to assume that is coming from that ice cider. And I love ice cider, I really do, but it's just befuddled me a bit because I didn't expect to have this much residual sweetness. But yeah, I love the fact it's got tannins. Okay, super rich, quite intense. I mean, there's definitely a deliciousness to it, but it is rich. It is rich, and if you don't like sweet ciders or residual sweetness, do not get this. Do not get this because I think it will be too sweet for you. However, if you want to pair it with a bit of amazing fresh goat's cheese, something French or something English, you get some amazing goat's cheese in England now. Yeah, go for it. I think it would work really well. Might even go with a delicate blue because of that sweetness, I reckon. I really do. Even something like a salty, kind of funky, like a Brie de Meaux or a Camembert. If you want to go English, something like the Baron Bigod. That's got some intensity to it. It's got some fats, which these bubbles will scrub really well. And yeah, and this packs a punch. So I reckon actually that cheese can pack a punch. All those cheeses can. The Camembert, the Brie de Meaux and the Baron Bigod can all pack a punch. I reckon this could stand up to those punches. Blow for blow. I really do. But it's a sipper, to be honest. Don't think you need more than a pint. I think if you had more than a pint, you'd be like, that's just a bit too much. I think that is quite a good format for this wine. It's that rich. It really is. It really is. Ding. Round 2. Anyway, guys, there you go. There you go. I think if you're looking for something special for Christmas Day or for a special occasion and you like cider, I think you should try a bottle of this. I think it's big, it's bold, it's rich. It's really intriguing. If you gave it to somebody blind, I'm not sure they would know that it wasn't like a sort of a small independent champagne production. It has got appliness, but you can get apple character. You absolutely can get apple character. Sometimes quite almost like a mallet character, I think, in champagnes. This has got a richness to it, which sets it apart. Yep, there you go. That was the Winston from the Newt, drunk in my shed by me. How lucky am I? Okay guys, thank you for joining me here. I hope you join me again. But until that time, cheers.